Thank you for agreeing to be a part of the Get Ready Guilford Initiative's 3 to 5 design team. Being a part of the design team is a big deal. As a part of the 3 to 5 design team, you have the opportunity to help shape the landscape of our community for young children and their families in Guilford County. My name is Christine Murray, and I'm part of the UNCG team that's facilitating the Get Ready Guilford Initiative's 3 to 5 strategy design process. Our goal is for the 3 to 5 strategy design process to be complete by the summer of 2021. So this does mean we have a lot of work to do in a pretty short period of time. But we're confident that by building on the expertise of each of you, along with the work that's already going on through the Get Ready Guilford Initiative, we can accomplish a lot together between now and then. In this video, we'll cover basics about how the design team will function, some of the key stakeholders that will support the design team's work, and what we hope you as the design team members will bring to the process. But first, we want to emphasize that the design team is really the core of the overall Get Ready Guilford Initiative's 3 to 5 strategy design process. The leaders of the Get Ready Guilford Initiative are committed to ensuring that strategies to support the 3 to 5 age group in our community emerge from the community. That's why we've invited each of you as representatives of different perspectives from within Guilford County to bring your brain power to the creation of the strategies that ultimately will shape how our community supports young children, their families, and the professionals that serve them for decades to come. Soon, we'll share the design team directory with you so you can learn more about all of the other members involved in the team. And we have plans for helping to build relationships and networking opportunities into the design team process, even in this virtual environment. Let's move on to discussing more about how the design team will function. We're asking design team members to commit to 2 two-hour meetings per month, with some additional input and involvement between meetings. We're planning on 4 meetings for the full design team to meet together as a whole. The first 2 are the meetings in December 2020. The third full design team meeting will be about midway through the process, and then there will be a final full design team meeting at the end of the process in the summer of 2021. All meetings will be virtual, at least through the spring. Much of the work of the design team will happen in smaller work groups. We'll talk more about these work groups at the meetings in December 3rd and December 10th. But for now, the key points to understand about the work groups are that each one will focus on a specific aspect of the needs and experiences of children between the ages of 3 to 5. The specific focus areas for the work groups will be determined during our December meetings, but an example might be a work group focusing on the transition to kindergarten. So that work would focus on developing strategies to support children's start to kindergarten. We envision that each design team member will serve on one work group, and our goal will be to match design team members' areas of interest and expertise to the work group where they'll serve. We'll also have 2 specific work group team member roles. First, each group will have a designated member coordinator who will provide the work group member perspective and leadership and planning for work group activities. And second, each work group will have a designated data liaison to help coordinate and interpret data collected to inform work group decisions. The design team members who take on these leadership roles within each work group will be asked to attend 1 additional meeting each month. In addition to the full design team and smaller work group meetings, we'll seek your input on a limited basis between the meetings. We promise to keep this to the minimum amount of communication as is necessary to get the work of the design team done. Due to these COVID-19 pandemic times, all of the work of the design team is planned to be virtual, with meetings to be hosted on Zoom. Even though we can't meet together in person, we're confident that we'll be able to have an effective strategy design process, and we're grateful that you'll be a part of it. As we discussed earlier in this video, the design team is really the core of the Get Ready Guilford Initiative's 3 to 5 strategy design process. But you're not on your own, and there are a lot of people and groups that are here to help support the design team. Let's take a look at a few of the key partners. First, we've also assembled an advisory team to offer guidance and service to the design team. This advisory team is composed of national and state level leaders who can share their expertise on topics like public policy, early childhood education research, and brain development. The advisory team will meet 3 times during the strategy design process, and we can engage them throughout the process as needed to inform your work on the design team. In addition to the advisory team, staff from Ready for School, Ready for Life, and the Duke Endowment are here to offer support throughout the 3 to 5 strategy design process. Both Ready Ready and the Duke Endowment have committed staff time to this process and will be with us every step of the way. Our team from UNC Greensboro also is thrilled to be working with you as the facilitators of this process. Our goal is to use best practices in strategic planning, community engagement, and research and evaluation to support this important work for our community. You may be thinking, there are a lot of moving parts involved in this process, and you are correct. We believe that if the ultimate plans for the 3 to 5 strategy of the Get Ready Guilford initiative are to reflect the needs and perspectives of our diverse community, it's important to have a process that reflects the rich, diverse community we live in here in Guilford County. If at any time you have questions about the process, please always feel free to ask any of our UNCG, Ready Ready, or Duke Endowment team members. Finally, before we conclude this video, we'll cover a few key ingredients that we hope each of you will bring to the design team process. First, we invite you to bring your whole self to this process. Each of you represents a particular organizational or community stakeholder perspective that may have been the primary reason you're a part of this team. But we know that each of you also have a lot of layers to your identity, experiences, and engagement with different aspects of the community in Guilford County. So for example, I could say, my name is Christine Murray, and I'm here as part of the UNCG Facilitation team and serve as director of the UNCG Center for Youth, Family, and Community Partnerships. But that would only tell part of the story of why I'm so interested and engaged in what the Get Ready Guilford initiative is doing for young children and families in our community. We've asked design team members to create a slide to introduce themselves and to include information on their whole self or the different perspectives they bring to this work. For example, my slide in the template for the design team directory shows that I'm also a mom who's been raising 2 sons in this community. I volunteer in the community and as a youth sports coach, and I'm also a licensed mental health professional. So while my primary involvement is as a member of the UNCG Facilitation team, my perspectives are informed by these experiences too. So we invite you to bring any relevant perspectives you have to this process to help our conversations and planning process be even richer. This whole self approach is especially relevant to our work because of the Get Ready Guilford initiative's value placed on being a family-led initiative. Second, we encourage you to embrace the Get Ready Guilford initiative's value of being data-driven and responsive to evidence. We'll be incorporating many types of evidence into this process, including looking at existing data and collecting new data through focus groups, interviews, and a community survey. We encourage you to bring curiosity to examining these data sources and how they might inform the strategy design process. And third, we ask that you bring a spirit of collaboration and enthusiasm to this process. Especially in today's COVID-impacted world, we know that life has been challenging for many of us, and our lives have seemed extra busy as we balance all of the changing circumstances around us. In this context, the design team work may at times feel like just one more thing to be added to your busy schedule. However, we hope that through our intentional approach to collaboration among the design team, this process will be a powerful networking and relationship building experience among the team, and we invite you to connect with your passion and enthusiasm for being a part of this process and remember your why in the coming months. Again, thank you for being a part of the Get Ready Guilford Initiative's 3 to 5 design team, and we look forward to working with you in the months ahead.